So for those of us that have children, especially those of us that have children in school, we have heard of zero tolerance. Some time ago, in an effort to try to do right and try to keep everything equitable and try to have everything uniform as far as student discipline codes are concerned, some time ago, the families, the school districts all got together and they decided on a policy that is called zero tolerance. I have raised many kids myself. I have 7 natural kids and a foster child, and I can assure you this zero tolerance equals zero common sense. This is something I love to talk about on my channel, is any and all issues related to the law. I want you to understand that when your kids go to school, the rules that apply to us as adults do not apply to the schools. And this has been upheld many times by the U.S. Supreme Court. And unless and until the adults say, hey, we've had enough of this zero common sense, this so-called zero tolerance, it's going to remain the same. Today I got a story coming to you from Texas that highlights how outrageous, how crazy the zero tolerance policies are. This particular story comes to us from Newsweek. It's online at newsweek.com. It was produced by Am J.R. Cannabis candy given to 9-year-old at school sparks parental outrage. A 9-year-old student was suspended from school last week after eating candy infused with marijuana, allegedly given to her by another student at school, sparking parent outrage. In Klein, Texas, the mother of a 3rd grader student received a phone call last Thursday from Cran Elementary School, saying her daughter was sick and throwing up. Angela Rose, the girl's mother, told Houston News Channel KPRC, I went to the nurse's office and said, hey, what's going on? What's causing her to throw up? Does she have a fever? Did she eat something? And the nurse said, no fever. They just threw up a lot in class. After taking her home, Rose said her daughter returned to school the next day feeling better. However, on Friday afternoon, Rose got a call from Cran Elementary principal. She said, I was going to call you and let you know that your daughter has eaten some cannabis candy that had THC in it. And of course, the mother says, what? According to KPRC, her daughter said that her friend offered her some sour gummy candy and that she ate a piece of it in the bathroom, having no idea that it was laced with marijuana. The article goes on and says, I wasn't going to turn the candy down, the daughter told the news reporter. Rose says she took her daughter to the urgent care on Friday night after calling Child Protective Services, and the doctor told her she tested positive for some kind of marijuana metabolite. In other words, she did ingest some type of marijuana. Rose's outrage was sparked even more after the elementary school told her that her daughter was going to receive a disciplinary action for eating the candy. The Klein Independent School District said in a statement, an investigation is underway regarding the student who appeared to have intentionally ingested substances brought to campus by another student. School administrators contacted all the families involved and informed them of the incidents. Student discipline in accordance with the Student Code of Conduct is pending. That is code for zero tolerance. They always say, hey, it's out of my hands. I can't use my brain as a human being. We're going to talk about it here in just a second. This is what makes me so upset, the mother says. She has to be reprimanded because she ate a piece of candy from a friend. No, ma'am, no, the mother told the news reporter. Rose says she plans on fighting her daughter's suspension and plans to confront the school. Edible marijuana products appear to be making their way back into the classrooms more often. In October 2021, an elementary school teacher was fired after leaving THC edibles in a prize box in her classroom for the students to grab. In December, another Texas parent discovered that his daughter and other students were in class and they were given THC-infused cupcakes to celebrate another student's birthday, and more recently, THC-infused goldfish crackers sent several toddlers to the emergency room and resulted in the arrest of a daycare owner in Virginia. That story is brought to us by Newsweek.com online, and we want to thank Am J.R. for bringing that to us. Now, what can we learn from this? Basically, when your children go to school, you need to explain to them that rules are very strict there. We don't use common sense nowadays. And if they're confronted or questioned by a teacher, my suggestion to you would be to simply inform your student to say, hey, please contact my mom, please contact my dad, and I'll be happy to sit down and answer questions with you. I would not trust any administrator to question my children. Of course, this is just my opinion. You have to make those opinions for yourself. I'm just saying that I would not want any administrator questioning my child without me need being there, especially for any type of potential illicit or illegal activity. Now, admittedly, this child, of course, is only 9 years old, and in most states, you cannot be legally held responsible under the criminal penal code at 9 years of age. However, I would not leave that up to chance. Folks, when your children are in school, especially as they get into middle school and high school, you need to explain to them the subjects that I teach on my channel, how to handle police interactions, because there are campus officers, aka police officers, at most of the middle and high schools nowadays. You want to teach your children to be respectful of law enforcement, but you also want to teach them that they don't have to answer questions, especially about the presence of their parents there and or the presence of an attorney there. In this particular situation with this 9-year-old student, this is absolutely outrageous. I really hope that this parent pursues this and really tries to push this, because it is just simply not fair that a 9-year-old that says she did not know she was ingesting THC candy is suspended for consuming candy. Again, the article doesn't say zero tolerance, but I know exactly what's going on here. It's zero tolerance. The zero tolerance policies are ridiculous, and they have to change. You've been informed, and now you know how it works in our school districts. If you have any comment on this video, please leave it below in the comments. I will respond to all your comments. And remember, I'm here to help you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at ReachJRDukes@gmail.com. I always appreciate your emails, your questions, your comments. I'm here to help you. That's what I'm all about. I do appreciate you joining me today. I want you to always remember to have that free mind and never give up. Coming to you from beautiful Zephyr Hills, Florida, I am J.R. Dukes.